Hello friends, today this is a part 2 of microbial diseases. So part 1 hope आप सबने देखा होगा. तो यहाँ पे जो diseases whatever we are studying, it is airborne diseases. Okay, so their mode of transmission is through respiratory route, and they are present in a droplet form. Infection is mostly in a droplet form. Okay, so now first we will see here some bacterial diseases. First is the diphtheria, which is caused by Corynebacterium diphtheriae. It's a gram-positive, non-motile aerobic rod. Okay, so next is pertussis, which is also called as whooping cough. It is caused by Bordetella pertussis. It's a gram-negative aerobic cocobacillus, and it belongs to beta proteobacteria. Then we have a tuberculosis, okay, caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It's a gram-positive acid-fast bacillus. So acid-fast we will see when we'll study in staining techniques. And for tuberculosis, very common test is tuberculin test. Then we have Hansen disease, which is also called as leprosy, and it is caused by Mycobacterium leprae, and this question was asked in GATE exam. Then we have meningitis. So meningitis is a common term used for inflammation of meninges, the brain membrane, okay, outer membrane. So it is caused by different species, different bacterial species. First is Neisseria meningitidis, then Haemophilus influenzae, and Staphylococcus and Streptococcus. So all this can cause meningitis, but the most common one is by Neisseria. Then we come to strep. Okay, this is strep throat. Okay, pharyngitis means infection of pharynges. Then scarlet fever, rheumatic fever, or erysipelas. Erysipelas is a skin infection. All this is caused by Streptococcus pyogenes, which is also called as group A Streptococcus. Okay, and we have another disease, pneumonia, which is caused by another species of streptococcus, that is streptococcus pneumoniae. Okay, so now we'll see some of the viral. So these all were bacterial diseases, okay, which are airborne. Now we'll see the viral diseases which are airborne. So very common is the measles, okay, which is caused by rubeola virus, which belongs to paramyxoviruses, which is negative strand, and it is a RNA viruses. Then we have the mumps, okay, which is caused by rubeola. Okay, this is rubeola, this is rubeola virus. Okay, it also belongs to paramyxovirus. This was also question asked in GATE. Then we have the German measles, which is commonly called as rubella. Okay, it is caused by toga viruses, which is single stranded positive strand virus. It's a RNA virus. Okay. So for this, all these three diseases, there is a vaccine which is called as MMR vaccine: measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. Okay. Now, there is an important point you have to remember about rubella, that this virus, it can infect the fetus. It can cross the placenta, and it can infect the fetus in the first trimester. Okay. Then we have the chicken pox, which is caused by varicella zoster virus. It is a DNA herpes viruses. Okay. Then influenza caused by RNA viruses, which belongs to orthomyxoviruses. It's a single strand negative sense helical RNA virus. These were some of the question asked in GATE, so I thought I'll write it down here. Some important point here, like Streptococcus pneumoniae and Coxsackie viruses, it can cross the blood-brain barrier. Usually, blood-brain barrier is impermeable. Where brain in brain nothing can enter, but these two organism, this bacteria and the Coxsackie virus, can cross the blood-brain barrier and cause different diseases. Then African sleeping sickness caused by Trypanosoma brucei. And then filariasis, which is also called as elephantiasis, it is caused by Bucraria bancrofti. Okay, so these were airborne diseases by virus and bacteria. Now we'll see some of the sexually transmitted infection, STID, or we also call it as venereal diseases. So some of the bacterial infection, one is the gonorrhea, which is caused by Neisseria gonorrhoeae. It's a gram negative non-sporulating obligately aerobic oxidase positive diplococcus. Okay, then syphilis, which is caused by trypanosoma pallidum, which is a spirochete member. Then we have some other genital infection which are not caused by gonorrhea, so they are called as non-gonococcal urethritis. Okay, NGU. It's a urethra infection, so this is caused by chlamydia trachomatis. Okay, now some of the viral sexually transmitted disease are herpes viruses. Okay, herpes infections, which is caused by herpes virus, which is double stranded DNA viruses. Then cold sore and some other genital infection caused by herpes simplex virus, which can be HSV1 and HSV2. Then trichomoniasis, which is caused by Trichomonas vaginalis. Then HPV, human papilloma virus infection in that genital ward. It is known as genital ward. This was also one of the question. It is caused by human papilloma virus. It's a double-stranded viruses which is also oncogenic. Then very common is AIDS. All you know, it is caused by HIV. Okay, it's a retroviruses. Fine. Now some other diseases like ulcer, which is caused by Helicobacter pylori. Then hepatitis, it is caused by hepatitis virus, and there are different strains: hepatitis A, hepatitis B, C, and D. Okay, now some of the prion diseases. Prion is a viral protein, coat protein. So one is BSE, which is bovine spongiform encephalopathy, which is caused in cattle. Now some other diseases which was caused in cattle was Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Okay, but now they have seen in human also, and the name is new variant NCJD. Okay, so these are prion diseases. And yesterday I taught you about rabies in that previous video. So I told you causative agent is rhabdovirus. So rhabdovirus is a group, but the virus name is Lassa virus. Okay, so remember that. So I think this much diseases is sufficient. Just you have to remember this. Any one question you will get from in GATE exam. Thank you.